OSU shoes, and so the girls with their skirts and show their shoes. Yeah. At the parades, so the big parades with like the county fair dresses. So they lift them up.
Yeah,
with show shoes. So now they have like, back then it was like flip-flops or tennis shoes. Now they actually have coordinated boots.
Okay, good morning. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Sweetwater City Council for our April 11th meeting. And I'll ask our good friend, Mr. Ollie Wilburn, if he'll do our invocation, and Councilmember Boyle will lead us in the pledge.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We give you thanks for the blessings that you give us. We thank you for the rain we've received. We thank you now, Lord, for wisdom upon our city council, our city leaders. Lord, as they honor you, how they honor our citizens of this community. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Okay, thank you all. Going to item 4, we're discuss, consider, and act upon approval of the minutes for the meeting held on March 10th of this year.
I make a motion we approve the minutes.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? And all those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the minutes are approved. Item 5 calls for public input. At this time, anyone is allowed to speak on any matter other than personnel matters or matters under litigation for a length of time not to exceed 3 minutes. No council discussion or action may take place on the matter until such matter has been placed on an agenda and posted. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Okay. Moving on. Item 6, which is to proclaim April as National Safe Digging Week, and I will read a proclamation into the records. Whereas National Safe Digging Week is observed in April to remind homeowners, contractors, and any professional excavator to keep communities safe by calling 811 before any digging project. Digging without knowing the appropriate location of underground utilities can result in disruptions to critical services, serious injuries, and costly repairs to the underground utility lines. It is simple and easy to make a free request online or over the phone before digging to help communities maintain essential utility services, promote safety, and reduce the likelihood of accidental digging into buried lines. And whereas all parties agree that safe digging is a shared responsibility, call 811 before you dig. Now for we, the City Council of the City of Sweetwater, do hereby proclaim the month of April as National Safe Digging Month in the city of Sweetwater, Texas, and I hereby affix my signature and cause the seal of the city to be affixed this April 14th, 2026, and I have a proclamation to present to some representatives from Atmos.
How you doing? Good morning.
Moving on to our regular agenda, we will discuss, consider, and act upon approval of the quarterly investment report for the quarter ending March 31st of 2026. Do you have any questions for Krista?
Move we approve the quarterly investment report.
I'll second the motion.
Who's the second? Ricky? Okay. Have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And The motion is approved. Item 7B, to discuss, consider, and act upon approving the mid-year audit engagement letter with MWH Group Certified Public Accountants. Once again, any questions for Krista? These will be our new audit providers. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. If there's no more discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the item is approved. Item 7C, discuss, consider, and act upon approval of the audit engagement letter with MWH Group Certified Public Accountants. Once again, direct any questions to Kristen.
Make a motion we approve the audit engagement letter.
I'll second the motion.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The item is approved. Item 7D, discuss and consider and act upon a resolution to finance the replacement of HVAC systems at the Sweetwater Police Department. Krista, do you have something you'd like to share with us?
So both systems at the police department have failed. We have tried to limp them along and get them back to working. In that system too has a catastrophic failure and can't be limped along. Therefore, that one needs to be replaced, and in that, we recommend to replace system 1 as well. This was an unbudgeted expenditure, and it is my recommendation that we finance this to preserve the general fund reserves.
I have a quick question. So on the, what you sent us here, so a year, our first payment will be in a year, is that?
That is correct.
Okay.
So we will be able to budget that expenditure for the
And then it-
payment.
Okay.
Well, I make a motion we consider and act upon the resolution to finance the replacement of HVAC systems at the Sweetwater Police Department.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. Any further discussion on this item? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And item 7D is approved. Item 7E, discuss, consider, and act upon request for approval to advertise and receive bids for water line replacement projects on 12th Street and 13th Street. Good morning, Justin.
Morning, everyone. Does anybody have any questions?
There are no questions for Justin. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion we approve the advertise and receive bids for water line replacement projects on 12th Street and 13th Street.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And the motion is approved.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Justin. Item 7S, to discuss, consider, and act upon approving a resolution to authorize the police department to submit a grant application to the Motor Vehicle Crime Prevention Authority for the fiscal year of 2027 Auto Theft Task Force Grant Program. Chief Strowman.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So what you have before you is the paperwork that we would need to actually apply for a grant. This grant is funded by every one of us that carries motor vehicle insurance. There's fees on there to help fund this auto theft task force. That grant funding is then made available to agencies to try to submit and utilize to deter either auto theft, or they've also added catalytic converter theft because those have become so prevalent. What this grant would do for us particularly is we are looking at entering into a partnership with Flock cameras. They are a stationary license plate reading camera that would be stationed at various strategic locations in the community to help track stolen vehicles or vehicles that are interested in criminal investigations. It's funded year to year, and so the contract we would enter with Flock has a severability clause in that if we were to apply for the grant the following year and get denied and there are budgetary constraints, we would then be able to sever our agreement with Flock within 30 days. So although there is a commitment, the grant would allow us the ability to sever that annually. The grant's also a matching grant, so it's an 80-20. The numbers we've provisionally looked at would be a cost of approximately $10,000 a year to our agency. In an attempt to try to defray that, we've tried to eliminate cost in other areas. So far, we've covered at least 2/3 of that cost. So currently, if we were to enter into the next budget year as is, there's still about a $3,000 budgetary deficit that we can make up somewhere.
How many of the cameras did you say there would be?
I can't remember if we landed on either 12 or 16, but it's 16. So it's a full program. The interesting thing about the Flock safety program as well is if we participate, then we can also be given access to cameras in other municipalities. Whenever we've demoed it, it gives us access to look at camera reads from Snyder and Midland and other areas that have the Flock cameras. So if we're looking for a suspect that, say, we know exited Sweetwater, we could then pick up if they entered a different municipality, so we know where to look.
And
Cal-
this,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
And this is just for the cameras and like the subscription to the software also, and that's annual?
So yes, it is annual. It's all inclusive. So the financial liability to the city being about $10,000, that covers all of the aspects of the cameras, the installation, the maintenance, the software, everything that goes with it.
Our current LPRs, are they with that too, the same company?
They're not. There has been talk about maybe the ability to integrate, but right now we use LPRs that are fixed to vehicles, and they scan through a different system. So we would have more or less like two separate tools, but we'd be able to pull from them fairly easily.
And Councilman Baker wanted me to ask to make sure these aren't going to be monitoring speed. Is that-
You know, I'd rather not answer that question. Speed cameras have actually been ruled unconstitutional. So, so you're safe, Councilman Baker. For now.
Any further questions for the chief?
I make a motion we approve a resolution.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. No more discussion. We'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye. And any opposed? And the resolution passes. I now read the resolution into the record. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Sweetwater, Texas, authorizing the city to submit a grant application to the Motor Vehicle Crime Prevention Authority for the fiscal year of 2027 Auto Theft Task Force grant program and providing an effective date. Item 7G is a motion to consider taking an item off the table that was tabled at the March 10th, 2026 meeting and proceed with public hearing. Do I hear a motion to take this item off the table?
I make a motion we take it off the table.
It's okay.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is removed from the table. Now we will discuss and consider and act upon orders declaring structures on described property within the city of Sweetwater, Texas, to be dilapidated and or deteriorated and unfit for human habitation so as to require repair, rehabilitation, or demolition, providing a time with which to rehabilitate, repair, or demolish such structures, and providing for the repair, rehabilitation, or demolition and removal which requires a public hearing for this property. At this time, City Attorney Samantha Morrow will swear in Code Enforcement Officers Danny Heine, Robert Soto, and Brad Grizzle for their testimony regarding this property.
Chief, do you intend to give testimony in this?
I do, yes.
Okay. Danny Heine, Chief, Horace Sherman, and Brad Grizzle, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the matter pending before the City Council is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Now we'll entertain a motion to open the public hearing on 307 Canfield Street.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're now in public hearing.
Well, good morning again.
Good morning.
I'll only speak briefly, but at the last city council meeting, whenever y'all took this item up into consideration and entered public hearing, it appeared y'all had several questions about the structure. And so we have a really good relationship between the police department and code enforcement, where generally our interests align and overlap. So because of that, we initiated a joint investigation to help kind of move the ball forward on this property and gather information related to it. I've spoken to the owners. I'll let Detective Heine and Officer Grizzle to speak to that here in just a moment. They have come into what we would consider provisional compliance and made great strides, and so we've been very pleased with the progress they've made. But I'll let them speak to the particulars of that.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. If nobody knows me, I'm Danny Heine. I'm a detective at the Sweetwater Police Department. I'm also a code officer. I've been a code officer for 10 years. I was in code for 6 years in Sweetwater, and we dealt with a lot of substandard structures. Also have a building degree, 2-year degree in building construction. I was asked to look at 307 Canfield from a distance. I looked at it. Right now, Jan and them have boarded up the property, painted the windows. It's come in compliance. The lot's clean. It's not perfect, but it's a house. In code, we were taught to try to save old stock. Let's face it, building industry is expensive, really expensive. And a lot of homeowners want to buy a home, but a lot of them are really expensive. Older homes fixed up's a lot cheaper. The roof's good on this house. The sides walls, I could see some of the structures on the side. They're not rotted. So I think this house can be saved. I haven't not visually inspected it personally, but I know I've gotten permission to go on the property. I have not done that, but I feel like they've come into compliance with what the council asked them the first time. And so that's where we pretty well sit at that. There's not much else I can say about it because I've not been inside of it, but I think they have taken the steps to make it where kids can't get in, animals can't get in, and I do think, like I said, it has a tendency to do it. I'd rather save a house on a city lot and be worth, say, $150,000. That's a huge house, and get money back to the city for taxes than I would dim it in the center of a lot and give us $25 a year for taxes. So I would rather save it because we don't have many new construction going on in the city. I know we had a new subdivision going on a little bit, but if we can save old houses, we need to try to save old houses. A lot of people look for older houses that are cheaper. Like I said, we have a lot of people that flip houses, so I think flipping any house, we have a lot of structures like that in the city, and that's what we want to do. Board them up, get them clean, the property clean. That way, in future, we can possibly somebody come in and flip it and put it back on the tax roll. You have any questions?
Brad, did you have anything you want to say? Okay. Any questions for Honey? Okay, is there anyone else who wishes to speak on this property? Okay. Then going forward, this is an unusual situation. I haven't seen this before, but we have got a property that has been brought into compliance, but we still have the motion for declaration of dilapidation.
Close the public hearing?
Oh, thank you. We need a motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Okay, all in favor, please say aye. Okay, now we're back in regular session, my apologies. We have the option of either dismissing the declaration of dilapidation or to proceed with it. And would entertain a motion on one of those two items from the council.
Move we dismiss the initial recommendation to demolish.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to dismiss the declaration of dilapidation and or deterioration of the property on 307 Canfield Street. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and so that declaration is dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'll move on to item 7H, which is discuss and consider and act upon the appointment of 10 members to the City Charter Review Committee. This is something we're playing a little catch up on this. Our new city charter directed us to have a citizen review at 5 years after the adoption and then every 7 years after that. We're a little bit behind schedule, but we're going to play catch up. At the last meeting, I had warned all of the council members that I would appoint them to this review committee, but I will stand with them and join it also, and solicited names from other people who might be interested. And the names we have is Tanya Brown, Stephen May, Cade Coley, Neil Hoover, and Ollie Wilburn. And these are all residents of the city of Sweetwater. And so I will submit this slate of names to the council for approval and appointment to the Charter Review Committee.
Any motion or ask?
Can we do this as a motion with the second?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we've constituted the Charter Review Committee, and tentatively, the first meeting will be Thursday, the 23rd at 5:30 in the afternoon, and I guess we can borrow council chambers for that. And we will have to abide by the same open meeting rules that govern the council. Okay, now it's time for our city manager's report.
Mr. Mayor, have some exciting news. The City of Sweetwater has installed live stream cameras at all baseball fields at Newman Park. We have worked with the with the Sweetwater Youth Baseball Association to ensure the live stream begins ahead of each scheduled game. Since launching, we have streamed a total of 19 games. That was as of last week, and have seen strong engagement from the community. Over 2,100 total views across all streams. Lots of people are subscribing to the channel. As of yesterday, we are currently getting cameras at the softball fields to live stream the girls' softball games. Special thanks to the IT department, Zach Adamas and Christian LaCroix, for all their hard work on this. Last week, we did a statewide emergency alert testing. The City of Sweetwater successfully participated in a statewide test of emergency alert systems, ensuring our notification processes are functioning properly to keep residents safe during severe weather and other emergencies. We are pleased to report that all city systems function properly with no delays in sending notifications. We would like to recognize James Smith, who oversees emergency management for the city, and communications manager Kathleen Cox for the coordination and efforts in executing this important test. This is a state mandated exercise which helps confirm our readiness and commitment to effectively communicate with the public when it matters most. And last but not least, we're continuing our Sweetwater Stories in partnership with the Pioneer Museum. This is a new partnership between the City of Sweetwater and the Pioneer Museum that highlights the people, traditions, and moments that help shape our community. Our next story focuses on the tornado 40 years later. Let's take a moment and watch this story.
Larry had just come home.
We're having a Brownie track meet at the high school. We're supposed to. The tornado changed all that. I had to make rounds real early so I could be there for the track meet. So I got down early and head home. And that's just when the storm was starting. This is going to be a bad day. I don't think we'll have the track meet. And it got worse and worse. And I got home. I wasn't there very long, and the hospital called and said, "You need to come back." And then our phone never worked after that.
I remember going to find that they were going to be okay. Went to the house and they were okay. I thought, okay, I need help. So I went to Broadway Baptist and setting up tables and just trying to get it together.
And it was kind of a miracle when the tornado came because it was right at change of shift. So I had 2 shifts of nurses there. So it really worked well to prepare for it. All the nurses and doctors had prepared for such an event, and then there it was right away. A lot of them were down to the foundation. There was no walls or roof or anything left, just concrete.
It's like a big family. So they didn't have a home, but you did, so you took them in. You're one of the cities that have been picked out of 25 cities. The only city in Texas. But we were rowdy, and we carried 2 rattlesnakes with us. And I couldn't remember. I was thinking, did I make nachos there? Yeah.
Some of the other booths would give out a little piece of candy, but we had to do
But
better
we
than
had,
that.
yeah, we had nachos.
And then we went down there, and that 25 got weeded down to 10 is what we wanted. So we didn't know when we went down there if we won or not, of course.
Yes, we did. We knew we had it.
Well, I didn't, but she did.
That's it. All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, now move on to item 9, which is to enter into closed session pursuant to section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code, consultation with attorney, closed meeting. The city council will meet in closed section to consult with its attorney on a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the city council under the state disciplinary rules of professional conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with this chapter, to wit, the legal position of the city with regard to personnel matters in consultation with attorney. Now need a motion to enter into closed session.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. We will now enter